Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is kOre, and today we are going to be looking at a game between LiquidTyler, aka Noni, and kOre. Let's go with kOre. No, let's go with kOre, because that's way easier to say. Anyway, for those of you who didn't tune into the best of 7 PvP that I casted, go and tune into that, because that was frigging awesome. I did take a bit of a day off yesterday, because after casting 7 games, and then uploading them all during the same night, that was pretty crazy. So, and I'm pretty sure everyone is now thoroughly sick of PvP if you did watch all those. Let me just take a drink. Good stuff. So now I'm going to be casting a PvZ with pretty much my favourite Protoss player of all time, Noni, who is always notoriously fantastic for his Phoenix play, and ever since he did like Phoenix play in the HDH or whatever, all Phoenix players now call, oh, it's the Noni build, regardless of when you get Phoenixes, it's still the Noni build. So grats Noni for making that famous in your own little way. I'm not too sure who kOre is. I can only imagine he's a good player because he's against Noni, so that's all good. Also, if you haven't been watching the GSL, I would have actually got these games out earlier, but the GSL is way too entertaining going on in Korea at the moment. And if anybody saw the game between Hydra and I can't remember who his opponent was, but it was Protoss, that was ridiculous, and the outcome sort of saddened me and made me happy at the same time. I won't spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it, but that was frigging fantastic. Anyway, we do see kOre now throwing down this spawning pool and extractor, pretty much the standard opener for Zerg on this map, or any map in fact, unless they're going for something extremely funky. And we do see LiquidTyler, aka Noni. I'm going to say Noni, because LiquidTyler's a bit more awkward, throwing down this cybernetics core and this gateway, so they can create this little choke point, throw a zealot there, and prevent any Zerglings getting through. Need a drink again. That is way too good. I've just been watching 4 hours of the GSL. It's like, oh my god, I'm so inspired. I need to cast games, I need to play games. And yesterday I was watching the GSL as well, and I was thinking to myself, oh my god, I need to go try out all these new strategies in the ladder. And I ended up just doing lots of 2v2s and did like 10 games or something. No, it must have been more than 10 games. It must have been like 11 games. 11 or 12. And won all of them apart from 1, so we were pretty happy with that. That was fun. Anyway, kOre now going up this fast expansion, as well as LiquidTyler, aka Noni. Oh my god, I need to just keep saying Noni. Noni bringing out warp gate technology, very, very standard here from Noni, as well as kOre here. And now researching Zergling speed, and I'm going to go to the production tab so we can keep an eye on what is going on. Nice overlord placement here, just moving around, making sure I can see kind of what's going on the map. Nice placement of this probe here, as well as this Zergling, in order to control these Zelnaga watchtowers, to make sure your opponent isn't doing any forward pushes going on at the very beginning of the game. We do see now a forge going up for Noni, so I'm assuming it may be a 2-gate forge into fast expand. Very, very popular kind of strategy for Protoss players nowadays. Moving these units out to the front of the expansion area, and I'm imagining we're going to see an expansion very, very soon. Now throwing down this pylon, and yes, this has got all the hallmarks of a forge fast expand. For a Protoss player. Do you see kOre now throwing down these spine crawlers? He's not too sure what is happening in the Protoss base. He doesn't know what's going on at this point in time. So he's throwing down these spine crawlers in order to be doubly sure that he's going to be able to fend off any kind of forward push at the beginning of the game. When you're playing Zerg, and any race in fact, you always have to be very wary playing Protoss of a mass 4-gate push, which can always come. So you need to take precautions against this, and as you can see here, throwing down another spine crawler in order to make sure that that's not going to happen. These Zerglings have poked into this base though, and do see now that this fast expand is going down. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did actually cancel one of these spines, but maybe he'll just be keeping it for reassurance. Anyway, now +1 weapons coming up for Noni, so that's going to put him in good stead for the later game. Playing obviously for a macro game here at this point with this fast expand, as a lot of Protoss players nowadays just do just go for that 4 gate and all just charge in and wreak havoc, and it is very, very strong. I'm not denying that. But, you know, macro games are always a bit more interesting to watch. Nice, nice line of sentries here. Going to be able to block in anything, or block out anything, in fact, that does come his way. It's always nice to surround a few Zerglings with some sentries, and then blast away at them. A lot of Corona boost saved up on this Nexus here. I'm not sure what he's doing with that. Maybe he is saving it up for some kind of push he's going to be doing later on, but oh, double Stargates going down, so I do see now why he is saving this Chrono Boost. Going to be wanting to get probably some Phoenix out, which would be fantastic, because I love seeing Noni go Phoenix. And we do see now this hatchery is transferred into the lair, and evolved into the lair even, and a lot of queens coming out for kOre at this point, but a Spire now going down for kOre, so he's going to be he's effectively going to be playing into the hands of Noni, as Phoenix do extremely well against Mutalisks. I won't be surprised if we do see some Corruptors very soon. Anyway, kOre now with this nice Overlord placement, overviewing everything that's going on in LiquidTyler's base. However, he is going to want to move that Overlord back when these Phoenix come out, because all these Overlords, this one, that one even, and this one, are going to get picked off by those Phoenix very quickly if he doesn't move them back. Now throwing down a few more photon cannons, and it's good to know as a Protoss player that this gap here will allow your photon cannons to be in range. Sorry, not with pylons there, but if it was like a gateway there and a cybernetics core there, and there is this gap between these buildings and these cannons. The cannons can shoot across the buildings at roaches, but roaches cannot shoot at the cannons. So against a Zerg player, it's very important to know that as when you are playing. When you're a Protoss player, it's very important to know that when you're playing against a Zerg player. Nice line of Spine Crawlers here, and this Spire is just about to complete. We do see air weapons level 1 coming out for Noni, as well as armor level 1 for ground. So he's going he has a nice ground force here, transitioning into these Phoenix in order to be able to do quite a bit of harass. Where are these Phoenix? There they are. 4 Phoenix now going into the base of kOre. I'm going to be hopefully picking up some drones very, very soon. I think he is just waiting for these next 2 in order to have 6, which is going to make them even more dangerous in this position. We do see now quite a few more drones coming out. We do see grooved spines coming up, and this Hydralisk Den is now in play, as well as Leo Reconstitution for these roaches. These Phoenix now dancing around, taking out quite a few of these Overlords. Going to probably... No, he currently isn't Psylocked. He does have a Spine Crawler down, Spore Crawler coming down in the base of kOre and in the natural as well, which is very, very good responses from kOre there in order to be able to deal with these Phoenix. A lot of these Overlords now going down though, and Spore Crawlers aren't as effective as you would like to think. Another one in the main, but it's not going to be able to do too much damage. These Phoenix are now just dancing around, having a happy time, and he's going to probably want to scout a lot more to see if more Overlords are around the map. Nice creep spread here from kOre though. As you can see, the map is this half of the map is slowly being completely saturated by creep, and we do see now that this expansion as well as this expansion are very nicely saturated. We now see weapons, ranged weapons